This morning, walk around. It's raining again overnight, surprise, surprise. It's actually fine and sunny at the moment, but the forecast for today is another 12 millimetres of rain. And I see that we've started on doing the top of the fence now, so that's good. At last. So it'll continue for quite some time, I'm sure. And by now they'll probably finish that bit of path over there. I'll go and have a look at that. Well, this is good. Looks like they've filled in a low spot that was the end of this section between the garden beds. So maybe we won't get a puddle there anymore. But yeah, it's a major highway to the waste facility. And these guys are just about finished with this bit. Oh, that's good. So I'll probably join the crew doing the top of the fence, or I'll move on to doing the tank. It's afternoon and we're mixing cement into concrete or mortar or render, I don't know which. Hello. Ezra said something about putting that Rio down in the building there for a layer of concrete, but I don't see it happening at the moment. There'll be a bit of prep work to do first. So you can see there with the tiling coming along that the gutter at the back is shallower at this end than at the far end. So the idea is the water flows from this end to the other end, and those marbly type tiles in front are the ones that are going to be the work surface for working on fish. Oh, we have a floor in the pit now. We're working in the toilet cubicle bar. Okay, so we do have a drain being put in. All good. Dad brought me over here the other day to describe to me what the intent was here. It's going to be that 20 centimetre margin around the top, which is going to be like those bits that stick out from the wall that this one's going to be. Which I have up there in. And then by that I'll just be rendered to that surface. So this is looking good. I won't walk too far out here for fear of stepping in the newly constructed concrete on this bit of the path. So yeah, that's looking pretty flash. I spotted that Dad's tank's up on the tank stand now. Makes it kind of look small. Nice evening walk around. Looks like they've finished fabricating the cupboard doors, and they've painted 2 out of 3. I think I saw a painted frame here somewhere. Oh, right. Yeah, so there's a painted frame there. Unpainted frame over against the wall over there. We have the big sliding door and the back door are both painted grey. It's currently upside down. So wonder how long before they get installed. And here's a new drain. All the way down to the back garden. What do I see up here? Wonder whose footprints those are. Amazing. This is a bit better here, having a bit of a ramp. And what do I see? More chicken or duck prints, even in that little bit. Amazing. I'm not going to wander out there and check this for footprints. I'll give that another day to dry before I walk on that. Well, I think we're done with the back rain gutter, so I imagine I'll be taking that scaffolding down before long. And we have the first section of the top surround on the water tank, and the surrounds for the manholes have been given their first lot of render, and they've done the east side here too, so that's two sides done. This looks like it might achieve the desired result. So you can see the back gutter is lower at this end than it is at the far end, so the water will come from the tap at that end and wash along the back here, so that you just use a hand spray here to wash something off to the back, and it will continue on down. That's the theory. And I see we're now tiling inside, underneath. That's good. Yeah, it'll be a bit of fun getting into that one. Maybe I should have just had that as a solid. And at last we have progress in the toilet cubicle. There's one wall almost done. Woohoo! Well, it's been fine and sunny much of the day, so we're at 100% charge, which is nice, especially with more battery capacity. So I no longer have to worry about turning things off overnight. And I've got both pressure washers out now, so I don't know what that means. It's a bit dull out. I'm not quite sure how readable this is going to be, whether it'll be in focus or not. But yeah, the weather forecast is pretty wet. It's raining at the moment, as you can hear. It's rained pretty much all night. Well, it's after lunch and the rain has stopped, and I've received a wheel. So I'll go and talk to Azri if I can find him. Well, it's currently setting the levels for the floor. So that's good. So that might happen the next day or two. And the painting has begun. It's the evening walkabout, and I was going to say not much has happened here, but I think a bit has, strangely enough. The storage cupboard gates are painted. Sorry, the surrounds for them are undercoated. I don't know whether this is undercoat or finish, but we'll find out later. But I see that they've started doing the yellow bits, as I want some yellow bits on some of the columns and around the service pit, so there'll be a lot more of those. I'll put harmonical wire on the back of the doors that go on the storage cupboards, lock-up cupboards, so that's good. Got one to go, obviously. And let's go and see what else has happened. Up here's all the depth bars for the new floor layer are complete. And I don't know whether that's actually the depth bars. Yeah, that's the depth bars. So I'll use those for screening. Yeah, okay. That's the way it will be. And I left a light on up there, it doesn't need to be on, so I might go and unplug that one shortly. There's a bit of white paint that's been applied. It's a good start. We've got depth bars on that wall of the toilet. Well, you can't really. Okay. From what I can see, they've also got render on the wall this side, on the inside. Well, I can't really get in there to check that out. Now water is coming down there. Now does that mean there's spilt water in there or it's leakage? That's something we'll have to figure out. So we've got the hangers for the hand sprays up now, apart from the last one. It's good. So we're making good headway on the tank rendering. We still have a little bit of a puddle at the end here, but it's not like it was before. You could probably walk through it in thongs and not get your toes wet. Previously it'd be over the top of the thongs. Let's go and look for chicken footprints. Don't see any so far. Well, I'm thinking the chickens don't roam this far, apparently. The stream's still flowing strongly over there. There it goes. So yeah, and it'll keep going for a few days yet. And Dadang's working on his new canal with the last of the concrete mix. Actually, not quite the last of the mix, there's a bit more in there. But the guys are, last time I looked, they were still working on the east wall of the tanks as well. But yeah, so sun's going down soon, and the solar input is falling away rapidly, but we're up to about 82.5% charge, which with the larger capacity we have now is going to be fine to get through the night with no struggles. I gather he was damping down the floor to make things stick, not necessarily suppress dust. Okay, getting rid of all this stuff here so that the new concrete will stick to the concrete underneath. I'm tempted to go and get my wet and dry vacuum cleaner for him. Okay, so he's letting it down to give the concrete something to stick to. Make it easier for the concrete to stick. So I guess I'll get out of the way. I brought over my garden vac blower because they were sweeping dust around, and I think this will blow it out of the way easier. I didn't bring over the bag for vacuum because I figured I'd switch it to that, and it's not meant for sucking through concrete dust. But now the process is underway for laying the extra levels of floor. We'll get Rio back in the area where machines are going to be driven, I imagine. Meanwhile, painting continues. That big battery hanging off the bottom of that blower vac thing there, I didn't have that on properly earlier, and I held the thing up and pulled the trigger, and the battery dropped off and fell on my right foot. So I'm limping a bit now. Oh, it's the after lunch walk around, and it's, oh, hang on, man here. Yes, as I was saying, after lunch walk around. Yeah, it's bright and sunny, which is good. It was very dull this morning, and batteries are just starting to charge up nicely. Machines run a few mixes, so let's go and see if they've finished the floor over there. They're not finished, but the guys are on lunch break at the moment. We have plenty of mix in there to continue with. They're working on the board around the top here on the west side now. There's been progress on the top of the fence. It started the day halfway along the back. Now it's all the way along the back of the building and part way along the back of the slab here. It's cool. Okay, we've got the end rendered. Okay. So there's ongoing work on this drain down here. The sky is looking like it promises more rain, but I can tell you it's warm out here and humid. So I will, as usual, retreat to the lounge room. I think this video is probably getting a bit long, so I'll edit it down and do another upload. And yeah, you'll be able to see what we're up to so far.